Yo, it's Foxler. It's in the house again. So, I was talking to one of my friends today, and we came up with a very interesting thing that I'd like to share with you all, including, anybody else out there. I think it's really important. And that's when you're finding new friends, or finding friends in general. When you usually go out finding friends, you always find something of general interest, something that you can relate with. And, furry is one of those things. And, for me, that's what I did. And also, common goals that you may have with certain things, you'll find friends that way, and interests, and, whatever stacks into those puzzle pieces. But using that as a scale of reference is not always the best thing. I've learned after my 2-year experience that sometimes even the people you think you have good common ground with don't always see eye to eye. And with the current situation of drama, it kind of proves that. It proves that you might know someone really well, but at the same time, you don't know each other that well. And when things, go wrong, they go wrong. They go really wrong. We all know where I've been with that. So, that is one of those things that people should take in consideration, is how you interact with someone. And if you're actually really truly compatible as friends or as a community group of people. Because that is what determines a long-term relationship with someone, is that compatibility. And a lot of furries are different. We're all different, and it's okay that we're all different. Sometimes those things don't always work out, and I made that mistake. And I found out who my real friends are because of that mistake. And that's really good. That's a good feeling to have too. So sometimes if things go wrong and you lose a lot of friends or people along the way, that's because stuff like that happens. Sometimes it needs to happen so you can understand, who the people around you really matter. And sometimes that just happens. And in my situation, it was a neighboring group that I didn't work well with, and some of the things I did, or my ideals, or the way I handle my problems, or who the people I talk with, or whatever, didn't work with them, and it turned into the hellfest of problems. But that's okay. That's okay, because no matter how bad things get, there's always a way to laugh about it. Yes, there's always a way to find a happy place where you can just be yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the goal, That's what I've been preaching this whole time. Ever since I started doing these weird videos that make no cognitive sense to some people, and other people are like, well, it makes sense. So everybody's different. And with these, and that's one of the fundamentals that we need to establish is, how do we get past the said problems? How do we find better people in our lives to help make us more right forth individuals? And even so, I have broken my ties with a lot of people lately. Maybe sometimes it's not bad trimming down a little bit. It's not bad to have a smaller circle of friends, because you remember those big complaints like, oh, I got 3,000 people on Facebook. They're all my friends. Remember hear that quote when you hear somebody say that? You're just like, oh no. Oh no. You don't got no 3,000 friends. And I don't claim that I have 3,000 friends. Oh no. I have a small group of friends. Really close friends. And I try to be friends with everybody. I try to get to know everybody in great detail, so I know if I can work with them in the future. And that's not easy. That does take a lot of work. And so putting that effort into that work will eventually determine the real people around you. So if you come into a problem where you have an issue and you have some people you can't agree with, don't feel bad if you have to lose someone. You know, don't feel bad that you have to go, you have to separate yourself from people that just doesn't work for you. And that's okay. So, it's alright. It's alright if it has to be that way. If you have to let go. But if you have some cub problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems and a blum ain't one. Nice!